You may be seated. Ready? It is with a deep sense of joy and gratitude that I, along with Ella and Catherine, welcome you to this day, the day they have chosen to stand before you, their family and friends, and proclaim their love and commitment to one another and to be wed in holy matrimony. Catherine and Ella want to thank you for being here today to celebrate their commitment and to offer your blessings upon them. They want to acknowledge that you have come from far and near, from Russia and Virginia, from Pakistan and Boston, from Albania and the hills of Tennessee, from Ukraine and Washington, D.C., and from Spain and Afghanistan and Kentucky, and yes, from Raleigh, North Carolina. You're here to be with them this day to bless their marriage, and they are indeed grateful for each of you. They stand before us deeply grateful to all who have touched their lives, those present and those who are with us here in spirit. Your presence to them on this day reminds them of all of the love that they have received in their lives to make this moment possible for them. Ella and Catherine, what you do here today is sacred and holy. Not because someone else says so, but because the commitment and covenant that you come here to make is grounded in love and in integrity. Your love gives witness to that force of love in the world that is much larger than any one of us. And today you are not only saying yes to the love that you have found in each other, you are saying yes to that force of love that is much larger than the two of you. It is common to hear about how marriage fulfills us, how it makes us happy and gives us someone who loves and cares for us. And indeed, these are all wonderful blessings that come with marriage. But there is a deeper dimension and gift to marriage. Marriage, at its best and deepest meaning, invites two people to join together to consciously strive to help generate and create love in our world. Today, as we celebrate the marriage of Catherine and Ella, we are given witness to the gift of such transformative love that they embody in their relationship. So let us now open our hearts to a love that has the possibility to transform not only Ella and Catherine, but all of us and our world. The community that has gathered here today to witness and bless Catherine and Ella's marriage represent individually and together the life's journey that has brought these two to this very moment in time. In this place right now is gathered a collection of memories and experiences and relationships that make this day possible. Ella and Catherine bring all of those memories and experiences and relationships, the stuff that has made up their very lives, the very fabric of who they are, with them. And that makes this moment sacred. They have brought symbols with them, icons that represent a deep spiritual connection for Ella, a candle that represents their connection to the larger community that is their family in Matanzas, Cuba. They have brought with them those symbols and all of you that represent their love and who they are as individuals and as a couple. And without this community of people gathered here today, it just wouldn't be right, would it? And so today we gather in this place, those of us who can physically be here, with others scattered all around the world who are with us in spirit, who are blessing the two of you today. And so to those of us giving witness to this day, our presence is most important because of the support and care and friendship that we have given to Catherine and Ella thus far, and the support and care and friendship that we will extend to them beyond this day. You are here today to hear their promises to one another. And in being their witnesses, you are continuing to affirm your covenant with them for their future. You are promising to be friends who will in the future remind them of this very day. Just like them, you stand in a place of privilege and responsibility today. And so it is to that end I would ask each of you that if you are willing to support Ella and Catherine as they nurture and care for their marriage, would you please respond by repeating after me these words? Catherine and Ella, as your family and friends, we offer our support and care as you continue to nurture your relationship and now your marriage. There is another blessing that you can offer to Catherine and Ella on this day. They have chosen to share rings in just a little bit. That will come later in the ceremony. But in between, their rings are in a little bag here, and Katie is going to take those rings to the back and start them with the person on the last row. And we are going to ask you to just, throughout the service, pass the rings. Make sure each person here touches them and offer your blessing on them as you hold their rings that they will wear for the rest of their lives as a symbol and a reminder of this day. Now, don't lose the rings, okay, people, as they go. They're in a little baggie, so don't open the baggie or they may spill on the floor. But just hold them for a moment and bless them with your blessing. Ella and Catherine, the Bible reminds us what love is and what love is not. We read in the Bible that love is patient, love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but it rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Faith, hope, and love abide, these three. And the greatest of these, the Bible tells us, is love. And so if this is the kind of love you are making a commitment to honor and to live out in your marriage, then I ask, Ella, do you take Catherine to be your wife? Do you promise to share your life openly with her, to speak the truth to her? Do you promise to honor and tenderly care for her, to encourage her fulfillment as an individual through all of the changes in your lives? If so, will you say, I do?
I do.
Catherine, do you take Ella to be your wife? Do you promise to share your life openly with her, to speak the truth to her? Do you promise to honor and tenderly care for her, to encourage her fulfillment as an individual through all the changes in your lives? If so, will you say, I do?
I do.
Ella and Catherine have chosen 2 readings for this day, so I ask the readers to come now to share those readings. You can turn them.
Brene Brown's definition of love. We cultivate love when we allow our most vulnerable and powerful selves to be deeply seen and known, and when we honor the spiritual connection that grows from that offering with trust, respect, kindness, and affection. Love is not something we give or get. It is something we nurture and we grow. A connection that can only be cultivated between 2 people when it exists within each one of them. We can only love others as much as we love ourselves. Shame, blame, disrespect, betrayal, and the withholding of affection damage the roots from which love grows. Love can only survive these injuries if they are acknowledged, healed, and rare.
Catherine and Ellen have asked to be read Colossians 3:12 through 14. As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience.
Bear with one another, and if anyone has a complaint against the other, forgive each other, just as God has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. Above all, clothe yourself with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony.
Ella and Catherine, your day, your special day, your wedding day is finally here. Breathe, Ella. You can't mess it up now. Both of you have traveled miles, literally and figuratively miles, to come to this destination. Ella, you have literally traveled thousands and thousands of miles all around the globe to end up here in Raleigh, North Carolina at a Baptist church to marry the person whom you trust with your love and commitment. The person whom you trust to offer you a relationship that is life-giving and ever-deepening and ongoing. And Catherine, you too have traveled miles and miles, maybe more figuratively than literally, but you have traveled miles and miles to also arrive at this destination. You have taken that inward journey again and again to find and bless love and commitment and relationship in ways that are authentic and good for you. And your commitment to believing in a love that is redemptive has brought you to this moment and this place with Ella. As we talk together, the three of us, about the journeys each of you have taken to get to this place, there was one thing that really stood out to me. Both of you possess a deep spiritual grounding that is centered in a trust and belief that there is in this world a love that always prevails. This love that prevails through all of life, through life's ups and downs, disappointments and joys, is for both of you grounded in your faith in a God who is love, and whose love has the possibility to transform you and to transform our world. And both of you affirm that it is this God of love that has sustained each of you in ways that are both ordinary and extraordinary. And it is this love, God's love, that both of you affirm as the energy that makes possible your love for one another. So Ella, I ask you, why Catherine? Why are you choosing Catherine to marry? What is it about her? You responded to my question by telling me about the first text message you ever got from Catherine. You described in some detail and with excitement, sitting in my office, how you got butterflies in your stomach and that excited and hot feeling all over. You went on to say that from that day forward, every time your phone would alert you that a text message had come in, You would get that excited feeling all over and in the pit of your stomach, just hoping that it would be Catherine. And then you said, I still get excited, happy, and those butterflies all in my stomach when I get a text message and I see that it is from Catherine. Then you said, I'd never felt that way before. Ella, that feeling, those butterflies in your stomach, was a clue to you that Catherine was not like everyone else in your life. You went on to say that you know that Catherine always has your back and that she keeps you calm. And I can give witness to that fact as I have watched the two of you plan this wedding. She helps you breathe and she keeps you calm. You talked about how Catherine makes you feel different and special. But it was the next thing you said, Ella, that caught my attention. You said, and I quote, with Catherine, I am able to lean into love and to our love. Now here's what I heard in that statement, Ella. I heard that with Catherine, you can be vulnerable. I heard that you don't always have to be the strong and independent woman as you have been accustomed to be for most of your life. I heard in your words that you can trust Catherine with your love for her and her love for you. It strikes me that to be able to lean into love is to find stability and rest and the safety to step outside of oneself. Ella, I charge you on this, your wedding day, to keep leaning in to your love for Catherine and her love for you. Trust her to be there for you when you do lean into her. Trust her to be that place of stability and rest and safety to, in those moments, step outside of yourself. And so, Catherine, I ask you the same question. Why Ella? Why are you choosing to marry Ella? What is it about her? You blushed and said, and I quote, Ella makes me feel cute. She thinks I am beautiful. And what a beautiful statement. It matters. It matters greatly how the person you're marrying makes you feel. And what a gift it is to be marrying someone who makes you feel beautiful. You went on to say that Ella is sensitive and has a heart that is huge. You spoke about how open and creative she is. You said, and again I quote, my right brain is always in charge, but with Ella, my left brain gets engaged and I am more soft and open and creative. Catherine, what I heard in that statement is that Ella invites you to discover and experience that place within yourself where you can rest and play and unburden yourself from all the things that can feel so heavy in life. With Ella, you feel safe enough to let go of all that responsibility, all that in-chargeness for just a bit, and to let yourself be free. Just free. With Ella, you can trust that she has your back and that you too can lean into her love for you and your love for her. This left brain engagement she invites you into is a great gift she gives you. Honor it. Trust it. Lean into it and enjoy it. These affirmations, Ella and Catherine, of how you see and understand the other provides a strong foundation on which to build your lives and your marriage. They are a testament to your life together thus far And as you go forward from this day, I encourage you to remember these qualities that brought you together, that you fell in love with, for they will serve you well as you honor your commitment. Now, at the beginning of this homily, I said that both of you had traveled miles and miles to get to this destination today. But the truth is, this moment is not the destination. This is only one stop along the journey that is inviting you to now travel thousands and thousands and thousands more miles together. Catherine and Ella, you are getting married today. And we are your witnesses. This is one great day for each of you and for your marriage and for all of us and for the world. May each of you and your marriage be blessed. We pray this in the name of God and in the company of one another here today. Amen. Will you hand your bouquets to your attendants? Now, Catherine and Ella have not just prepared vows to one another. They have prepared statements that they are going to read to each other about what they love about one another. And so, Catherine, that's yours. And Ella, so if you'll join hands, and if you will read those statements.
Ella, I love that you dream big, and then, wow, you sure get it done. With creativity and hard work, you turn the ugly into the beautiful, the neglected into the desirable, and our house into a warm home.
Catherine, I love that you are passionate about Brene Brown and share her wisdom excessively whenever and whomever you can. I am a better person, and we are a stronger couple because of that passion.
I love that you have the courage to share and show your greatest joys, sorrows, and fears with me, no matter how vulnerable it feels.
I love that you have stretch marks from your pregnancy with Maggie and Katie, for they are a visible reminder of a role you cherish and give all to, being a mother.
I love that you wake up very early every morning, excited to get to work. And I love that you fall asleep on the couch every night and have to ask me the next day what you missed.
And Catherine, I love kissing you goodnight every night, and even love the ache I feel when we are apart, for it reminds me how much a part of me you are.
I love that you work so hard, sweating for hours without a break, because you enjoy work as much as I do.
I love that you work so hard, sweating for hours without a break, because you enjoy work as much as I do.
You are my match. How amazing that I get to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you.
And you are my match. How amazing that I get to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you.
And Catherine and Ella will now share their promises to one another. I want to go first.
I promise to share my most vulnerable and powerful self with you and create a safe and compassionate place for you to do the same. I promise to take care of myself and to let you help take care of me. I promise to embrace your family as my own, always honoring how important they are to you. I promise to express my love for you every day in both words and actions, including a goodnight kiss. Ella, I want nothing more than to create an amazing, wholehearted life with you.
Catherine, I promise to share my most vulnerable and powerful self with you and create a safe and compassionate place for you to do the same. I promise to take care of you and help you take care of me, sometimes. I promise to embrace your family as my own, always honoring how important they are to you. I promise to express my love for you every day, in both words and actions, including a goodnight kiss. Catherine, I want nothing more than to create an amazing, wholehearted life with you.
Will you join hands? Catherine, will you repeat after me? I, Catherine, take you, Ella,
I, Catherine, take you, Ella,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
for as long as we both shall live,
for as long as we both shall live,
according to God's holy ordinance,
according to God's holy ordinance,
and thereto I pledge myself to you.
and thereto I pledge myself to you.
And Ella, will you repeat after me? I, Ella, take you, Catherine,
Unë, Ella, të marr ty, Katerin,
to be my wedded wife,
të jesh bashkësortja ime,
to have and to hold
për të patur dhe për të mbajtur,
from this day forward,
prej kësaj dite dhe më tutje,
for better, for worse,
për më mirë e për më keq,
for richer, for poorer,
për pasuri e për varfëri,
in sickness and in health,
në sëmundje dhe në
to love and to cherish,
të dua dhe të gëzoj,
for as long as we both shall live,
për sa shumë ne jetojmë që në fund të jetës sonë,
according to God's holy ordinance,
mbi bazë të Zotit dhe dëshirës së vet,
and thereto
dhe mbi të
I pledge myself to you.
unë të betohem ty.
Amen. Have the rings made it to the front? Ella and Catherine, you have chosen the ring as a symbol to represent your commitment to one another. These rings have been blessed by those, your family and friends, who have gathered on this day to witness your marriage. May your rings be a daily reminder of your love and commitment of this day, the love and commitment and the promises that you have made to one another on this, your wedding day. Ella, will you place this ring on Catherine's finger and repeat after me? With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you my love and loyalty,
I give you my love and loyalty,
and pledge my commitment
and pledge my commitment
to you and our marriage.
to you and our marriage.
And Catherine, will you place this ring on Ella's finger and repeat after me? With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you my love and loyalty,
I give you my love and loyalty,
and pledge my commitment
and pledge my commitment
to you and our marriage.
to you and our marriage.
Will you join hands? Let us pray together. Creator God, witness to every true covenant made, we ask your blessings on Ella and Catherine. May they feel that you are with them in all of life, blessing them with goodness and truth, with grace and wisdom. Allow them to live compassionately with each other. May they always find a home in one another, knowing the safety of each other's arms. With gratitude, we offer a word of thanksgiving for what has been and a word of blessing for what is yet to come. Hear now this prayer from the Greek Orthodox tradition, traditionally read at weddings. O Lord our God, who in your saving providence did promise in Cana of Galilee to declare marriage honorable by your presence, do you yourself preserve in peace and oneness of mind these your servants, Ella and Catherine, who you are well pleased should be joined to one another. Declare their marriage honorable. Grant that their life together be in service to your love, and assure that they may live into a ripe old age, keeping your commandments in a pure heart. For you are our God, the God to have mercy and save, and to you do we send up all glory, your life-creating Spirit, both now and ever, and to the ages of ages. Amen. May your hearts be united in the bonds of each other's joys, consoled of each other's sorrows, helpers to each other in all the vicissitudes of life. May you faithfully honor the promises you have made this day, and that as good companions you may walk the road together from this day forward. For inasmuch as Ella and Catherine have freely consented to love one another in a covenant relationship and have witnessed the same before this company, and thereto have engaged and pledged themselves to each other, and have declared the same by the giving and receiving of rings and joining hands, as a representative of the state of North Carolina and as their pastor, I pronounce that they are legally married, and they may seal their vows with a kiss. Catherine and Ella, may you always be in love. May your love be as beautiful on each day you share as it is on this day of your wedding. Will you take your bouquets in turn? I present to you as partners for life, Catherine and Ella Corbett.
Alex. Katie.
You almost made me cry while I was singing. I had to look away from your face.
Hey, Ella, I think your dad lost this. Can you help me put it back on? I don't know how. Yay, we're married. Did you have flowers? Are these yours?
Yes. My dad lost this.
Okay.
Who else lost their flowers?
Oh, and funny question.
Anthony Pavanato.
Maybe I'll wait. He sent you.